I think you can see so much about the founding by what you see here today, right? It's an organization that is focused on doing a great job of providing housing, care, support for older adults. And we saw a need and we stepped up to meet it. And we are continuing to do that today. My name is Hugh Davis, and in February of 2024, I started as the President and CEO of Greencroft Communities.
I'm Mark King. I served as President and CEO of Greencroft Communities from July of 2004 through January of 2024.
My name is Gene Yoder, and I worked for Greencroft for 30 years, 23 of which I was CEO. We've always operated under the philosophy, it's to take care of those people that choose to live here. The founding fathers were looking at what's going on in my church.
Back in the 1950s, there were a group of people in a church Sunday school class in Goshen who were starting to see in the region and in the nation a growing sense of providing services for seniors. They were starting to see 60-year-old widows who didn't drive and wanted to find an opportunity for those people to have a quality place to live and retire in.
Even to the point where some of the local churches looked at buying a house next to the church and taking care of a few widows there. But as that grew and churches came together, then it became important that they develop a campus setting like we have.
One of the things that I think is so special about Greencroft is that we try to be a lot of things to a lot of people, whether it's affordable housing, providing what I call skilled living or skilled nursing care, or assisted living, newer, modern, independent living units, right? Greencroft continues to look at how we can serve people where they are that is always honoring to them.
We were approached by boards to say, we want to bring the Greencroft way into our community. We want to take the Mennonite roots and the Mennonite values and make sure that our communities are thriving well. And we think that a partnership with Greencroft Communities is the best way to do that. Every organization that ended up joining Greencroft Communities has a unique passion that the founders originally started to create those ministries to ensure that the communities in which they were serving were meeting the needs of their communities.
I think one of the things I do love about working in the affiliated model like Greencroft is just the diversity of the landscape. So from Walnut Creek, Ohio and Walnut Hills, the neat community feel that is there, to our Christian Ministries affiliate in Fort Wayne, Golden Years, and as well as Great Lakes and Holt, Michigan. They were formed to be there for retiring pastors and ministers. I think about Greencroft Goshen and being in many ways what has grown into Greencroft Communities, and our tie as well, similar to Christian Ministries, being a place for missionaries and pastors to come and retire, to Greencroft Middlebury, which is a beautiful satellite of Greencroft Goshen in a sense, over to Southfield Village and South Bend. Again, it's very similar heritage of being founded by a local Mennonite church, over to Hamilton Grove, which was not necessarily founded by the Mennonite church, but also has a faith background and was born again out of a need to serve widows who did not have a place to be. And then Oak Grove, which is in DeMotte, Indiana, and was founded again by a gentleman who had a deep calling to follow Christ, saw that there was not a local nursing home that he felt met the standard of the care of dignity for those in his community, and he stepped up and personally brought the churches together in that community to found Oak Grove. And then the Windsor of Savoy, which we feel really meets a new type of niche, being a all rental community in a great academic environment at the University of Illinois.
My commitment was more about serving. I've always had a compassionate heart in caring for people, whatever that need may be. The interesting thing is, I'm still doing that today. Employees and residents were the most important people we had. And it was just the Croft values support the whole idea of making people feel they're of worth and value.
Croft stands for creativity, respect, openness, fairness, and teamwork. 5 values that guide how we interact, how we lead, and how we care for others. Creativity means we pursue solutions using imaginative ideas and diverse voices. We're not afraid to try something new or look at a challenge from a different angle. Respect is treating everyone with kindness, grace, patience, integrity, and love, no matter what role they play. Openness is about listening with humility and embracing different viewpoints. It helps us grow stronger together. Fairness calls us to make thoughtful decisions that benefit others, not just ourselves. And teamwork is a glue that holds it all together, working and communicating for the common good.
The values are really important, but I think the expectations really started to shape the culture and refined the culture of who we are and created the way that we wanted to ensure that our team members and our residents have the greatest experiences they can working and living on our campus.
I am a steward of Creencroft, and we steward this organization according to our values. I want every team member in this organization to make as good a decision as they can, as close to the people, our residents, as they can.
We choose to live here because of what Greencroft stands for, and it's a basic belief in what Greencroft is to this community and is to each individual.
To me, Greencroft is an organization that is about the dignity of older adults and making sure that we approach and care for them in a way that is consistent with how they want to live and respect and care that they deserve.
Whether it's a person I meet in healthcare when I'm volunteering over there and I see their need, my heart just goes out to them. And it's all about how can I help make quality of life for these people.
You know, one of the things that I had helped to create was a resident dream program. Those were the types of things that residents were doing to make sure that these dreams were rewarding and fulfilling lifelong dreams. That makes me feel really great when I see residents reaching dreams that they weren't able to achieve without living on a Greencroft Communities campus.
People always come up to me when they hear I'm from Greencroft. I hear the stories. You know, my mom was there, my dad was there, my grandma was there. I don't think there's any greater measurement of your impact than when you hear family members talking about the good work that you did for their loved ones, right? That is such a sacred trust. When a family member can know their loved one lives with us and they can sleep well at night knowing they're in our care.
The fact is, it's not about Greencroft, it's about maintaining all of our integrity. And if we're going to be successful in the future, it means cooperating with each other and working together. It's about making sure that everyone can stay afloat.
Healthcare is a very radically different world than it was when I was just getting into it, and it will continue to change. Every 5 to 10 years, momentous changes are going to occur, and a team needs to be inspired to make those changes because work is work, but it can be fun and exciting if you catch a vision for where it needs to move to.
One of the things that's most important to me, whether I think about today or tomorrow or 5 years into the future, is the idea that we are one team serving one mission. It is one of the things that I believe is so important for myself, for leaders, for caregivers, for frontline workers, is that we are truly one team serving one mission. It's amazing what people can do when they are working together with a like mind.
It's not about making money, it's about helping people, the most needy in our population. And when I was retiring, it was a call for someone that wants to be challenged to grow Greencroft Communities into the future and what it is today. And Mark King did that very successfully.
When I've talked with Hugh, he's had a great vision of where the organization needs to move, and I'm real excited for him at the helm and wish him and the team the very best as they shape and direct the organization through the various different things that come the organization's way.
I really believe that as an organization, we're called to do the work that we're doing. God saw the need for Greencroft back in the 1960s. And as we talk about this growing generation of older adults, roads might change, buildings may change, and will need to change. right, to better serve those that we're called to serve. But I think the beautiful part is our mission doesn't change. Our values don't change. Because I believe in the heart of our team, I believe in the heart of our caregivers, but we have to do our best to make sure that we're serving them with the same heart in so many ways that we serve those that we care for.